that's the other thing I probably should be one of my recommendations. What you profess other people do, you should do yourself. Right? You should be a living example. Can I give you a word that one of my friends just gave me this morning? Because it's somebody I've been talking to for about 5 years, and my business model significantly changed this year. Do we have time for another 5-minute story, or are we out of time?
Yeah, bring it on. I can't wait.
All right. So my business model significantly changed this year, and here's what happened. Is at the end of 2016, I ran a Kickstarter. It hit 250% of goal, and it was for the Aha That platform. So that says at ahathat.com. And what the Kickstarter was so that we can automatically create a tool that would share content on social media from, if you create an Aha book, or even if you went ahead and just purchased what's now called an Aha key, you can actually automatically share content on social media. And so the Kickstarter was to do that. It hit 250% of goal. 20 people paid us that when they wrote their Aha book, that we would actually publish it. So that was the end of 2016. At the end of 2017, here's what's really interesting. Of the 20 people who paid, 3 people wrote their book. Now, let me tell you, I have a 3-step writing process. It takes 8 hours if somebody wants to write their own book. So only 3 people wrote their book. So Chris, what that says is that in a 1-year period, in a 12-month period, 17 people couldn't find 8 hours to do something that would benefit them that they already paid for.
That's incredible. I mean, I'm completely. That's just crazy.
Well, as one of my friends said, and as you sort of attest to, and I got this email, I got this Skype message this morning, is that he has procrastomania. and what I realized though when that happened, I did end of 2017, I did the TED Talk, and then that thing happened where 85% of the people who paid for my product didn't actually ask us to do service. I publish it. I realized I was in the wrong business, right? My business model, and this is what a publisher business model is. Our business model is, hey, we hope that somebody writes a book. And if they write the book, we hope that they find our firm. And if they find our firm, we hope that they choose us as a publisher. That sounds like a whole lot of hope, doesn't it?
Yeah. So can I ask you this, Mitchell, just because I'm still kind of awestruck by the story you laid out. Going into that, what would have been your guess as to how many people of the 20 actually wrote the book? Because you're a knowledgeable, experienced guy. You've had tons of success, met with CEOs. I mean, you're not somebody that just showed up. What would you have guessed with all of your experience? What would you have thought was going to happen?
I guess I was naive. I thought it'd be 100%. I thought all 20. So I started my publishing company. So I've got 4 publishing companies. I started my first company in 2005, and I always was looking for the easy button. I was looking for that thing that would make it easy for somebody to write their book, and I finally had one. I think so. The first set of books, the authors took 120 hours. They then figured out a way to bring it down to 60. And even at 60, there were lots of people who procrastinated and never did their book. When I actually got a model where it would take the author 8 hours to write, and we have 300 authors who actually spent 8 hours writing their books on the Aha That platform, I'm thinking, hey, this is the easy button. It only takes 8 hours. So when I ran the Kickstarter, I actually thought I found the easy button, and everyone who pressed it was going to actually make it happen. And that's when, and I think we all have to do this, that's when I had that wake-up call. So we stole, for the people who want to write themselves, you go to ahathat.com/author. We have a 3-step writing process, and please feel free to write yourself. But the easy button that I really found is the one that we're executing now starting in 2018. And that is, I'll do that 2-hour interview. My team will do the writing. And then what we're doing is we're asking you questions like, what should be your acknowledgments? What's in your dedication, right? We're guiding you along. All I need is that 2-hour interview. So, and that's so much easier for people to do. And what we've also added in is an Amazon best-selling campaign. And so what I have now is the easy button, but it's the done for you service. So we're going to extract the knowledge from your head and make it happen. But I spent from 2005 to 2017 realizing or hoping that people were going to write their book and find our firm and have us publish it just by being known, liked, and trusted. And I think I finally found the easy button, and that is let's do it for you, and let's make it really easy for you.
That's great. That sounds so impressive. In the a couple of minutes as we wrap up, Mitchell, you have a lot going on. You're a dynamic guy, obviously. You mentioned the AHA platform and ahathat.com. If individuals that are listening want to get more information about you, you're seemingly everywhere on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. But what would you like to say to the audience if they want to get more information about you, including your publishing companies?
Oh, sure. So certainly feel free to go to ahathat.com if you want content to share on social media. We currently have 800,000 users and 44,000 pieces of content you could share, and the platform is free to use, free to share. So if you want to share some of the other authors' content, and there's some really compelling authors, some great authors and great content, please do, because there's no cost. The only cost is time. You just need to find what you want to share and share it. If you want to write a book yourself or have us write it for you, you can go to ahathat.com/author. And then if you want to interact with me, what I've realized is that people like to interact in different formats in different ways. And so I want to interact on the platform that you want to interact with. So feel free to Google my name. The search engine companies spend hundreds of millions of dollars associating your name with their platform. So if you want to connect to me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snap, connect to me on the platform that you want to interact in, and then ask me the question you have, and I could direct you to, if it's something my team can handle, I'll direct you to a team member. If it's something I need to talk to you about, that didn't sound good. If there's something that is best suited for me to talk about, then I'll reach out and we'll make sure we have a conversation and be able to answer your questions.
Wonderful. Listen, this was everything I hoped it would be. I've learned a lot. It's been a very thought-provoking conversation. And candidly, it's been a lot of fun, too. Hopefully it was the same for you, Mitchell, and I look forward to seeing you in person later on this summer.
Oh, Chris, I have to tell you, having done so many of these, what makes for a good conversation is having the person on the other side being authentic and having integrity and actually demonstrating vulnerability. So my trust level for you after this conversation has gone up significantly, and I've had a really good time talking with you. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Mitchell.
Please check out our website, www.elliottwealth.com. Elliott has 2 L's and 2 T's. You could get more information about me and the rest of the team at Elliott Wealth Management. At the website, you could do several things that I would appreciate. Number one, if you're not a client of ours already, you could sign up for an initial complimentary consultation so we could talk with you about your goals, objectives, to make sure that you have a good investment and financial plan that increases the chances you could attain those important goals. At the website, you could subscribe to the Simply Financial podcast. You could also subscribe to the podcast by going to iTunes, Stitcher, and other podcast platforms. And the last thing I would ask of you if you visit the site, again, especially if you're not a client, is you could sign up for our monthly mailing list. We send out some really terrific information that often dovetails with the topics that I'm speaking to you about on the podcast. So please, again, go to the website, www.elliottwealth.com, sign up for complimentary consultation, subscribe to the podcast, join our mailing list. With that, I will be back with you on an upcoming episode of the Simply Financial Podcast very soon.
The views expressed are not necessarily the opinion of SagePoint Financial Incorporated and should not be construed directly or indirectly as an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned herein. Investing is subject to risks, including loss of principal invested. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. No strategy can assure a profit nor protect against loss. Please note that individual situations can vary. Therefore, the information should be relied upon when coordinated with individual professional advice. Please note, the information being provided is strictly as a courtesy. When you link to any of the websites provided here, you are leaving this website. We make no representation as to the completeness or accuracy of the information provided at these websites, nor is the company liable for any direct or indirect technical or system issues or any consequences arising out of your access to your use of third-party technologies, websites, information, and programs made available through this website. When you access one of these websites, you are leaving our website and assume total responsibility and risk for your use of the websites you are linking to. Securities and advisory services are offered through SagePoint Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Elliott Wealth Management, LLC, not affiliated with SagePoint Financial.